I don't even know what to say at this point. Okay? Like, this shit's getting crazy. And I'm not going to say that the Rona has anything to do with it, although it actually does. But I've came up on every set of Marvel Legends so far, first day they were out, since the Rona. But the Rona has nothing to do with it. I heard these were out, got tipped off from a few people, so I don't even know who to throw a shout out to. We'll go ahead and say Toy Shiz, because that's my boy anyways. But went to my very first Walmart, found everybody but, what is it? Sunfire. That is Sunfire. Everybody but him. And I was going, God, who picked up Sunfire and then left the rest of these? And then I was like, man, if I don't find these today, I probably won't see these things again for like 2 months. That's usually the case. You either get them the first day, and then they dry up, and then you don't see them for like a month or 2 or 3 months or ever. It's kind of hard to come by. And I was like, screw it. I'm at work. I'm getting paid. I got a company gas card. Let's do some figure hunting. Let's track these things down. 4 Walmarts later, so I went to 5 Walmarts total, which is insane. I never do that. I never do that, ever. But I said, screw it. Let's bang this out. And on my 5th Walmart, all of a sudden, I find my Sunfire. It is Sunfire. I keep thinking of Sunspot. Man, I get those two confused all the time. They had him, and then somebody had bought the rest of the figures, like Dark Beast was gone, Jean Grey was gone. I think Wild Child might have been gone. But on my hunt, I went to this Walmart, and let me know if you guys have seen this. I saw it today. I took a video of it. I'm going to put it on the tail end of this video in case you haven't seen it. You have to see this. You have to see it. For everybody, well, I guess we can call them first responders. All the Walmart employees that are out there yelling, we need $15 an hour. Well, I went to this Walmart today, and they had a robot driving down the aisles. And one side of it was like a light, had cameras all over it. And this thing literally scans the shelves. It's scanning all the shelves, taking inventory of the store. It is the craziest shit ever. This is why I filmed it. It's just a really small. I'm sure somebody out there has seen this thing. I haven't even heard about them. One of my buddies said they've heard about them. They haven't seen one. I actually saw one today. It was like seeing an alien or some shit. It was fucking amazing. It was really cool. I'll show you the video. I kind of figured out how it works. If you walk by this thing, it knows that you walk by it, so it stops. It turns the light off for it doesn't blind you. And then it will back up like 6 inches or whatever, turn its light back on, and then continue to scan. This thing is truly amazing. For you people that are afraid to get out of your house, that are just terrified of the Rona, let me ask you guys a question. Are any of you people out there, are you the people, because I see this daily, are you the people sitting in your car by yourself, alone, with gloves on and a mask on? Because I think that's taking it a little too far. To you people that are so afraid to leave their house, you do realize that we lose more people to car accidents, but you're not afraid to drive your car, and you're not afraid to go out in your car with other people driving their car. But you're afraid that you might get this Rona thing. And I know some of you guys are going to go, oh, bro, the Rona's serious. I lost my aunt to it. Okay, did anybody lose an aunt to DUI, smoking, car accidents, suicide? Any of those? No. Stay home, stay safe. Now let's check out some figures.
It's not the first time I've seen the side of you. I'm through, and now you're walking on such a thin line, and I'm about to lose my nerve when all of this has cost me so much. Now leaving in the dust everything we had, you threw it away, and I have wasted too much.
Alright, I'm going to sum this wave up real quick before we get into comparisons for the guys that have really short attention spans, kind of like myself. It's Age of Apocalypse. I haven't really saw anybody go, oh my god, Age of Apocalypse is my absolute favorite story of all time. Pretty much nobody said that. But at the same time, when they do something like Age of Apocalypse, you get a lot of figures that you don't have in your collection. I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't have Sugar Man. It's the second one I have, and yes, I will pull out the other one. It's Sugar Man. He's amazing. He's all original, all brand new, and I'm happy to put another one in my collection. And he's different from the other one, so once again, win for the collectors. Dark Beast. First time getting Dark Beast in your collection. Some reused stuff, some new stuff. It's an amazing action figure. Second favorite figure in the set. X-Man, first time getting him. It's just X-Man. I've always wanted one in 6-inch form. I don't think we've ever gotten one in 5-inch form. Putting another figure in my collection. Look at this thing. Like, for one, like, what is he? Look at those feet. What is that? Like a size 6.5? Hold on. It's like a size 6.5 in girls. I don't know what happened there. I guess X-Man's supposed to have like girl feet or baby feet. Not going to pick him up too much on the feet. He will need a stand because the feet are so big. I think there's more plastic involved in that light up effect. And then you have not the morph you wanted, but the morph we got. Hey, it's a morph. We'll take it. You know we're going to get the other one. He's coming. Don't sweat it. It is coming. Like, come on, it's coming. It's basically Cyclops with a new head. You know he's coming. And then you have Wild Child, and all you guys are going, man, I really wish I would have got that Wolverine or that Sabre-Tooth. Don't worry, bro. He's coming back out. It's just what they do. Then you have Jean Grey. I mean, you don't have this version of Jean Grey, so pretty cool. Weapon X, it's the third time getting this in 6-inch form. I will pull out the other ones in case you're going, wait a second. Thought he was new. No, he's actually not new. And then you have Sunfire. Sunfire was like, God, we just got that thing, didn't we? And then actually it was a few years ago. I thought he was hard to come by. My boy Brock told me he was actually really easy to come by. I went to the clearance stores. This one is an improvement over the one that we actually have. I wonder if I stuck the old one in the package and returned it, if anybody would notice. I don't know. Time will tell. Let's do some comparisons and take a closer look at some of these things. I got all my comparisons out. We're going to do this in one shot for you guys can get back to your social distancing. Or God, I hope some of you guys are playing outside, man. Vitamin D and vitamin C. I personally think that's the cure to the Rona, but I mean, who knows? What do I know? I'm a stupid construction worker with a third-grade education, still playing with action figures. So here's both these Sugar Men side by side. I love both of them. They both got goods and they both have bads. I remember when this first Sugar Man came out, everybody was like, God, what's that? Who's that? And why do I want that in my collection? It came in a big box. It didn't come as like an action figure. And I think that's the reason why most of the people passed on it. This one has a really cool feature. I'm sure you've seen it before, and you're going to see it again. It's got this lever on the back, and I absolutely love this. Oh, and that one tips over. He doesn't really stand that good. I mean, go figure. He's a little top heavy. He's probably going to fall again. Push the lever on the back. His jaw moves. And he laughs. I mean, you really can't ask more for a Sugar Man. I like the tongue on both of them. Let's try to do this side by side. I like the tongue on both of them. They're completely different. I like how this one has the paint on the teeth. This one also kind of has the paint on the teeth. This tongue I like better than this tongue. The eyes are different. I actually like these eyes better. The eyebrows are different. The hair is completely different. If you look at this, like this one doesn't have a ponytail. And this one does have a ponytail. And they actually drew them like both of these. I like how this one has the spikes. This one doesn't have the spikes. They both have the little buttons on there. Oh, those are cool. This one has tons more painted detail. Like you see all those little rivets are painted. They got lazy on this one. Tons of sculpted detail on this, but then they never paint it. The thing that they really blew it for me was where this one has the sugar tattoo. This one does not have a sugar tattoo. Come on, man. How are you going to do Sugar Man? Who forgot that detail? Who needs to get fired? Like, that sucks. This one, the fingernails are painted. This one, they're not painted. This one doesn't have any rings. This one has rings that are painted. So it's like tit for tat. Take this one, take that one. Look at these two side by side. I actually love both of them. I like them equal. This one, it comes with the hammer with the sugar on it. It also comes with the axe with nothing on it. Then this one comes with this cheap, God, I hate this. This is where that marble and it's just like they use the shittiest, cheapest plastic known to mankind. Like, look at the marbling in that. That's horrible. That's like where you take like McFarlane and it stands out because they don't do that marble in the plastic, especially when they try to do a metal color. Here's the Sugar Man. No laughing feature on this one. I love them both. I'm going to display them side by side. I feel as if both of these need quality shelf space. Just the fact that it's a figure that stands out so much in my collection. Then you have the Dark Beast for comparison. I went ahead and pulled out a beast. This one does come with extra hands. If you don't like the hands that are on it, you can change this hand out with this one. I kind of liked them both. It looks like that. I'm sure that this is not the same hand. Yeah, I think so. So that's that hand reused, and then that is that hand reused. So it's probably the same hands. I can't remember. God, that thing looks really blue on my camera. I changed my color settings, and it's kind of throwing me off. Here's the Dark Beast. Here's the other one. You see them standing side by side. They're basically the same exact height. This one, they sculpted new legs for it, which greatly appreciated that. This one doesn't have the thigh cut. Thank God for that. This one does have the thigh cut. Let's see if that actually moves there. Can you imagine? Like, they got a joint, they got a seam there, but then it doesn't move there unless mine's stuck, and I don't think that it's stuck. Here's the Dark Beast. I absolutely love this figure. It's pretty much just like this one with a different head, different paint. I don't know. I'm not going to complain. I love it, man. I really wanted to put this thing in my collection. I have one in my collection. I love it. I really love this. They also made one like back in the day. It came with that Sugar Man set and that big giant box. I thought it looked like shit, so I never got it. So now I'm like really on the other side of the fence, not having a figure that I could have had. Now I have the one that I want in my collection, so I don't have the crappy one that I have to get rid of. Then you have this X-Man. I love the eye effect on this thing. The action figure looks cool. Man, it's X-Man. Like, we finally get an X-Man. I absolutely love to have this thing in my collection. Look how he has like that toupee thing going on. Once again, he has a little baby feet. Look at those. Look how tiny those are. What happened there? Who was in charge of that detail? Come on, man. Can we get that figure with no pins, by the way? Because we really need that. Love this figure. Glad to put it in my collection. Then we have the Morph. Like I said earlier, not the Morph we wanted, but come on, man. This thing is really cool. Why couldn't it come with alternate heads? Like, you couldn't do, like, a Morph head or something? And then we'd all, like, rip apart that Cyclops that came in that 3-pack because we still need that. I'm sure they're doing it for a reason. We're going to get it someday. It's inevitable. You know it's going to happen. I love the cape. I don't know. Is that Magneto's cape? Looks like Magneto's cape to me. Some reused stuff, some new stuff. The head's definitely new. Definitely wanted to put that figure in my collection. Let's go ahead and space these things out as far as this Wild Child goes. Here's the Sabre-Tooth that you need to go with it. If you look at those two. He comes with the chain. The chain actually like clips on the back of his neck, which is really cool because I was going to wrap this thing around his head, and then I saw that that thing had a clip on it. Definitely a cool feature. You wrap this thing around his hand and you're going, dude, damn it, I don't have this. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. 2 reasons. This thing is not expensive on eBay, and you know they're going to remake it. There's no way that they're going to make this figure and without plans on releasing this one. It might be a year, it might be 2 years, but this thing's coming out for sure. And by the way, while we got this thing out, look at that detail in that collar with that, oh man, that wash. Whew, look at the nice wash they put on the, I'm just kidding. They don't do washes anymore. Anytime they can save a penny, they go ahead and save it. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I know you guys are going to go, oh, it's got those crappy balls in the hips, and I'm going to go, you are right. But it's still a cool figure. And it's a figure that you have to have in your collection to go with these two. See how the collars match? So you know that they match. And then if you don't have those and you're going, God, I got in my collection, look at these. Like, I don't normally like pulling out the 5-inch stuff, but this is something I had to pull out. Like, that little Wild Child, that is so cool. This was an accessory. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but there's like 0 accessories in this set, except for that Wild Child that has the chain. That's pretty much it. No magic effects, no power effects. That sucks. You should have power effects with every figure. Back in the day, this was an accessory, and now, I mean, granted, he's tiny. Let me actually set him up there. Get him standing. Yes, this thing's a little bit bigger than that. I was always thought Wild Child was supposed to be really small. Apparently, he doesn't have to be that small. He's kind of like, I mean, put these two in scale. I kind of think that size is accurate. I could do my research and give you guys quality information on these videos, but there's other channels for that. I'm sure Toy Shiz or Shart or X-Manny or Unparalleled. Well, one of those channels will like actually take the time and do a good background for you guys. I'm just not going to do it. And I'm doing 8 figures in one video and trying to make this thing as quick as possible. So then you have the Jean Grey. Once again, I don't like pulling out the 5-inch, but on this one, I just kind of felt the need because I wanted to show you the attention to detail on that tattoo, or on her leg. I guess that's not a tattoo. Nothing here. This thing actually almost has cleavage. Like, good job, guys. Like, in a day and age where you don't do shit like this anymore, you really cut the line low. And bravo. I mean, bravo on this whole set of toys. I actually really like this set of toys. Anytime I can put 5 brand new, first time ever characters in my collection, it's a win. You guys hit a home run on this one. I like the Jean Grey. Once again, it's like the Age of Apocalypse Jean Grey was something that I was never asking for, but after having it, I'm actually really happy to put them on my collection. Let me go ahead and try and line these things up in the camera. I think I need to scoot that one down a little bit. This was the old one. And then this is the 5-inch one. I was up there digging through 5-inch, so I said, screw it. Let's go ahead and pull him out. I just kind of felt like we needed to. So there's all the Age of Apocalypse, Weapon X. I just spent all that time setting him up, and this little bastard just totally disrespected the dynamic posing. This one also comes with an extra hand if you want it, like, to dull them down a little bit. See, if they would have given us 2 heads like they did in the day, and this, my dumbass would have bought 2. He's 2 per case. I would have said, screw it. I'm picking them both up. Not the case. You give me this as an accessory. If you would have thrown that head in, I would have bought 2. So you're lost. You could have had me. You didn't. The head sculpt on this thing looks kind of wonky. Like, look at that. I think that's Toy Shiz's word. I just stole it on accident. Didn't even try it. He's got the lipstick. Like, oh fuck, he's got herpes. Did you know that? I thought he had a healing factor. Apparently, he needs to take one of those herp pills and try to clear that thing up on his lip. Like, not cool, Wolverine. Don't be kissing Jean Grey with that thing. Like, that would not be cool. Cyclops would be really pissed off. And then I went ahead and pulled out all the Sunfires for a side-by-side comparison, just because, you know, I got that thug life like that. Here they are. I really, man, I love that figure still. I just love it. I love the little fist fire effect that they use so many times we lost count. And then if you take these two, this is the old one, the yellow one, this is the new one. And this is why I was like, man, we really don't need that figure. And then I kind of pulled these two out, and I wasn't really upset about it because they are different. I mean, for instance, this one has, the old one has articulated toes. This one does not. This one has those crappy ball hips. This one does not. This one has a really cool flame effect on the calves. This one does not. This has flame effects on the hands and the forearms. This one just has it on the forearms. I'm sure this is probably reused from the Torch or somebody. There's no way that they did that just for this character. They both have butterfly joints. They both have the flaming head. They both have like that neck collar piece on flames. I like him. I really don't need this old figure anymore, and I'm sure that he'll fit perfectly in the package. I would never do that, or would I? Thanks for watching, guys. I love every one of you. And don't ever take medical or scientific facts from a guy playing with action figures. You should know better than that. Thanks for watching.